TitleMatchNetwork.com.
What brought you to the world of professional wrestling?
That was totally by accident. I was a legitimate broadcaster, radio first. Then I did some television, and all of a sudden this wrestling thing came along, and I said, I'm sorry, Verne Gagne, I don't think I can do it because I'm not qualified.
Now, how did he find you?
He found me because he produced his show, All Star Wrestling,
Right.
at the same television station that I worked for.
Okay.
As a salesman.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, not an announcer, even though I did some of that.
Right, so did
Lots of different hats.
Did he hear your work and that's what brought him to you, or was he just liked you as a person?
He needed somebody in 2 hours.
Oh, I see.
He was going to take whatever he could.
Right.
I felt, because I didn't know all of the lingo with the back body drops and the Beal throws and the hip tosses and the tombstones and all of the things that finally I just made it up as we went along, and some of those old cliches and names of holes and moves are still around today.
Sure. Now,
Make it up as you go.
Hey, there's nothing. That's what I'm doing right now. Now, what kind of culture shock was it for you to step foot in that world with all these big personalities back then? I mean, did you take right to it, or were you a little reserved?
I was very dubious, very cautious at first, and probably didn't come out like the Mean Gene of the glory years of WWF.
Right.
But certainly I came out and became a little more assertive, and started to have a lot of fun with the guys. Because you could still be entertained, but still get the idea of what the match was going to be all about.
Right.
And that's where you sell the tickets, so that's where the emphasis should be.
Sure.
So whatever I did in whatever way, clever, serious, or however it was presented, that was the way we got them to the box office.
In your early days with working with Verne, what kind of relationship did you have in the early days? Was it you were strictly an employee, or did he take you into the inner circle?
This was taken right out of the right back pocket, and it came in green bills.
Right.
And there was no check that was ever assigned to me, or a payroll or anything like that. And I did it 1 day a week. Now, one day ended up being kind of a kick in the head. After a few years, it was 2 days a week. I was in the ad business in Minneapolis, and just kind of progressed along until one day, Pat Patterson and Vince McMahon got on the phone. They said, Hulk Hogan's coming to WWF. He wants you to come along. Said, I can't leave what I've got in Minneapolis. But after a little back and forth and money, this was the kind they wrote out on checks.
Right.
I came to the WWF in December of 1983 for approximately 3 times what I was making in Minneapolis.
Wow.